and had about 10 or 12 of them. And then he decided that he'd go back to his digs to spruce himself up to go disco dancing. And he went out around and he made sure he couldn't find the digs. He had a key inside in his pocket. And he showed to some of the boys and he said, could any you tell me, he said, a door that key'd fit around here. Started belting in and he was tossed into the town, still thinking about this 40 euros to get into the disco. He had that sort of money at all. His DDI money, or discretionary disposable income, was very low. He was like Ireland, he was half broke. Still thinking about it anyways. And then they sit down beside these 3 or 4 Dublin lads, and he started explaining his case to them. Jesus, lads, he said, I'm going disco dancing, he said. But there's 40 euros to get in, he said, I haven't that sort of money at all. He said, is there any way a lad could get in for less? Or better still, he said, could a lad get in for nothing? BJ, this is one of the Dublin lads, he said, walking backwards and they think that you're coming out. Puts on the old Galway cap and anyway and bits down along and next thing he sees this lady and he starts talking. He said, you were from Galway, happy God I am. And she said, tell me this, she said, will you sleep with me for £50? Yes, he said, I've no interest in sleeping with anyone. He said, I'm going disco dancing. And here is a matter of interest. He said, will you be here tomorrow night? Well, it tells you the truth. She said, I'm here every night. If you were here tomorrow night, she said, I'll come back and I'll have the 50 euros. So down as far as the disco, and he was started walking in backwards and one of the boys seen him, give him a little tip on the shoulder and said, thanks for coming and I hope you win the match tomorrow. into the disco. He was never in a place like this before in his life. This was a long, long way from the hills of Connemara. And he couldn't believe his ears, all these girls. And these were proper girls. Never in Thomas Bjork's life had he seen so much and being covered by so little. off up to the bar and he was in a couple of more Jimmys and Tommys, and the next thing his eyes got focused over on this one over, and he knew that she was a bit of a keep fit expert because he could see her ratchet in her corset. And he also knew that she had experience with men because she wore black garters in memory of all those that went beyond. A couple of more Jimmys and Tommys and he was embedded over as far as your one stood in front of her and said, will you try me? Oh, BJ, she said, I thought you'd never ask me. Out onto the dance floor. He was never in a place like this before either. And all the noise should give a headache to a packet of aspels. And as for the lights, he thought the stairs were falling. So he started off and he was shivering around the place, and your one was saying to him, get into the beat, man. She said, show a bit of enthusiasm and get into the rhythm and get into the beat, man, get into the beat. And it chased Master, no, shut up about beat, he said. I know nothing about beat, he said. I never saw it beat in my life. I'm a sheep farmer from Connemara. You dance here after noticed it, but sometimes I dance over there. He said, well, I can't wait. He said, off up to the bar again, a couple of more Jimmys and Tommys, and she had a heap of Picardis and Cokes. And she was looking at your men, and she was delighted with her prized possession. It was going to be a cultural experience for her too. She never in her life had met anything like Thomas Bjork, but she was a bit iffy about Thomas Bjork's age. So she says to him, when is your birthday? And he said the 22nd of September. She said, watch here every year, Sister Martha. Out onto the dance floor for the last dance of the evening. At this particular time of the night, parts of Thomas Bjork that had been redundant for a long time. And he says to her, can I see you home? I can't wait, she said. Out onto the night air. And your one, she was looking up into Thomas Bjork's eyes, and he was looking down her, and he says to her, what's wrong with you now? Oh, jeez, Thomas, she said, I'm hot, she said. I'm very, very hot, she said. My PGA says Thomas Bjork, he said, there's no wonder you're hot, because you must have the best part of 2 trailers of my turf tank, he says, since I met you this evening.